Angry Guy here, and hot girls are turning to Jesus and away from the streets. Guys, if you're enjoying this content, please help get this channel to 100,000 subscribers on our journey to 2 million by subscribing to the channel if you already haven't, liking the video, and turning on notifications to never miss another video ever again. Now let's begin. Hot girls are turning to Jesus and away from the streets. We're looking at a video today that discusses Kelly Stamps. So if you know Kelly, she is a content creator on YouTube. She's blown up a lot over the years, and she's quite popular for doing quirky things, dancing. But crazy enough, she's now walking away from a channel with 700,000 subscribers. And a lot of people might say, well, why is she doing this? Well, we're going to find out about this. Crazy enough, though, spoiler alert, she is now moving over to religion, leaving that life behind and focusing on Jesus. So her new thing is basically a channel centered around Jesus Christ, God. But let's go ahead and jump into the video, and then we'll talk more about it.
Any woman knows if you're hot, smart, iconic, and you just stand in your whatever that is, your truth, people will not like you.
Everything you say just becomes part of an agenda.
People will always have some motive if you're an influencer.
We're essentially quiet quitting a 700,000 plus YouTube channel to start a new one focused on religion.
I needed proof, and I said, God, give me a reason to launch that second channel.
It's like you're taking back control of your image.
I started this channel from scratch 5 years ago. I can do the same thing all over again.
Do you ever think you'll delete your main channel?
That's a good question.
Kelly Stamps is quitting her YouTube channel with nearly 1 million followers and already deleted her Instagram. She blew up becoming a YouTube millionaire that even Hollywood asked for advice from. But then everyone asked something of her or attacked her. Today on the Carrot Podcast, she shares how to grow beyond toxic relationships, why she's focused now on faith over fame and money, and how to get the courage to start over when you have everything to lose.
You know, guys, I just want to interject here. It's intriguing how, she had her channel. She was, I used to watch her content. I liked Kelly, but she used to do these dances for us. And there was a video once that she put up, and she was dancing in front of these white guys at a bar, doing like karaoke. And, these white guys were getting ready to risk it all. The way they were looking at her, and she responded to my comment. I basically said, those white guys were getting ready to risk it all. And she responded to my comment literally saying, they said Black Lives Matter. And she's quirky like that. She is absolutely quirky like that. But she, Kelly has been living this life for a couple of years now. And she knows that a part of her fame and her draw and appeal comes from the fact that she's a very attractive woman. And she's used that to monetize it and make lots of money. Evidently, she is now a YouTube millionaire. I did not know that she had amassed that amount of money, because she had talked about making a couple $100,000, but then she said that basically fell off. However, there were still her sponsorship deals. I had no idea that BetterHelp was giving her that kind of money, but go Kelly. Now she's walking away from that life after she's made her money. I just kind of find it interesting, guys. I told you to stay away from the church. I said that a lot of these women, who after they've lived these lives, after they've been in the streets, they would now say that they're making a change and they're turning to Jesus. And now they want to talk to people about Jesus. Guys, you have to be so careful, because the church is not a place that is for men. Women are not supposed to speak in the church, and women are not supposed to teach. It is men who teach. So what they're doing in Western society is now, after they've spent their lives in the streets, and I'm not specifically saying this about Kelly, nor am I, but I'm not specifically referring to her, but after they've spent their lives in the streets, what do? Now and they've made their money, because Kelly made her money. Now they're turning to religion, and they're setting up shop and jumping onto the TradCon bandwagon so that they can get a piece of that. A lot of women who are smart, realize that feminism is done. It's over. This is the end for feminism. So now they want a piece of that action because they see that society is basically at its end. Only a woman, only a person who is completely insane cannot see that after M2 and with M2 part 2 now happening, the relationship between men and women in Western society is kaput. The only communities left for women are basically the tradcon community, or maybe try to find something overseas. There's nothing left. Not only did they scorch the earth, now with M2 part 2, what they're doing with that is they are literally trying to go Oppenheimer and leave craters in the ground. Like, they want moon-sized craters in the ground. That's really what they're aiming for this time. They want to put holes in the ground where, like, you just look down and it's just all black. Like, they want to journey to the center of the earth. That's how bad these women really want to, go at it. And anyone that has any common sense realizes, okay, yeah, it's time to jump ship. I said this years ago. I said that women will say that feminism got us everything that we wanted. Now let's fight it together. And I also said that even though the label feminism may go away, the legacy of feminism will live on because these women will still continue to have those same feminist traits, agendas, and everything else while trying to portray themselves as being godly, religious, pure, clean. I mean, don't be shocked when you hear someone like Kelly say that they're virgins and you say, "Oh, you're a virgin." Absolutely. So you've never been with a man before? Nope, never in my life. And, you'll say, "Wait a minute, bro, I used to watch your other channel. I know you were dating this guy. You literally talked about your hookup." And she'll go, "No, that was Keisha. This is Kelly. This is a different person. Okay. I'm baptized again. I'm a born again Christian and a born again virgin. So God washed that life away. That was the old life. I don't associate with that anymore. That life is gone. That person has passed away. You're talking to Sister Kelly right now. You need to put some respect on my name because I am a child of God. I am a child of Christ, and I don't live that life. And I have never lived that life because that was a whole other person. When in reality, no, it was you, bro. You lived that life. You made those decisions. You were hanging out with Tyrone. You were out in the streets. Stop playing around. Stop trying to fool people. And now they're going to set up shop in the church, in the tradcon community, and try to act like they're some little miss religious, little miss perfect, and they still have the same bad heart in them. The truth is that it's just another hustle for them because now the streets are, the streets is getting rough out there, and they're getting older. They have bills to pay. They want to have a baby. It's basically run its course for them. And so this is their way out. This is their exit. And as men, you have to wake up and say, you know what? I'm not going to let this happen. I'm not going to let these people take advantage of me. Yes, I am a child of Christ, and I am going to walk away from this because, like I've said, the church, God isn't there. Jesus. If Jesus came to earth today and he stepped into the church, they would escort him out. They would escort him out because his views and who he is would not align with them. He'd walk into the church looking like a hippie in flip-flops, and they would say, "Yes, sir, we don't allow you in here." And he would say, "I'm Jesus Christ." And they'd say, "Even if you are, you're not around here like that. You don't come in here disrespecting us in our sanctuary like that." He'd say, "You literally have a statue of me, passing away. And by the way, I'm not about that. You should be celebrating my life because I am alive." And they would say, "Yeah, listen, man, you're messing up the money. We don't want you coming around here anymore." And that would basically be that. And then Jesus would walk away and he would go hang out in the bars and in the red light district, talking to these people who would be very glad to actually hear him say, just speak about life and his philosophy of living. People who actually need him, people who actually want him and would revere him, versus these hypocrites in these buildings who believe that a church is actually a building when a church is actually just a gathering of believers in Jesus Christ. It is not a gathering in a building. It is not a gathering within a religion. It is not a religion. It is simply a gathering of believers in Jesus Christ. And unfortunately, these people, they try to present something that isn't true because they're just out here trying to get their money. It's not about kindness. Religion is not about kindness. It's about control. If they really wanted to help people, they would help people achieve financial stability. They would have classes about financial literacy. They would offer classes on trade. So like learning a different trade, building skills, becoming independent. They're not trying to help you with that. Learning how to manage your money, again, financial literacy. But they're not about that. It's about control and controlling your mind. They would basically help you to learn that, hey, salvation is not something that anyone can take away from you. So guess what? Salvation and your relationship with man and the things you do in life are completely separate. It doesn't matter if you go full Oppenheimer on earth, you cannot lose your salvation. You know, even the guy from WW2 with the funny mustache, he would be saved into the kingdom of heaven as long as he believed in God. He accepted him as his Lord and Savior. He submitted to him, and he did not reject salvation. You cannot lose salvation. You can only reject salvation and have a hardened heart towards the Spirit of Jesus, of God. And in fact, the Bible actually says that you can blaspheme against the Son of God. So you can blaspheme against Jesus. You can reject Jesus and you will still not be lost. But if you blaspheme against the Spirit, then you will be not, then God will, he will leave you to your own devices. And when I say lost, again, you cannot lose salvation. It's something you have to reject and reject continuously. So, and then God says, if you don't want to be with me, then I'll let you go on your way. But again, that's just how it is. So, I mean, guys, you have to wake up and realize nothing would last forever. I told y'all that, we were coming to a point in time where women are going to, you'd ask a woman, are you a feminist? And they would say, Fema what? Fema who? Fema. Is that a new song? Is that a new dance? Did you mean Fema Camp? I've heard of those places. They're terrible. I don't want to go there. I told you this was coming. Guys, if you're enjoying this content, please help get this channel to 100,000 subscribers on our journey to 2 million by subscribing to the channel if you already haven't, liking the video, and turning on notifications to never miss another video ever again. Hot girls are turning to Jesus and away from the streets. What do you think about everything we discussed in this video? I want to hear your thoughts in the comments, so let's talk about them there. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA, men walking away. And cheers.